I never watched the original Planet of the Apes. The only one I remember watching is the Tim Burton one, and that's not a good one to come into about an ape movie. Um, but I get the feeling like even in the original, apes were portrayed as these beings that treated humans like they were lesser, that they were stupid, they were never anything more than bugs, so to speak, animals. But in these last two movies, Rise and Dawn, I don't get that feeling. Get the feeling like these apes actually do feel like the humans are a threat. The humans are worth pitying. These humans, in a way, are equal to them and their culture and their traditions. Like, at one point, humans are just as smart and kind as us. The only problem is they let hate invade their hearts. And I like that. It doesn't show like the apes immediately after getting intelligence, they immediately think they're better than humans. They just feel like humans have certain weaknesses that apes don't. But as this movie later shows on, that's not true. Apes themselves start to get these weaknesses. And I think it's because of intelligence. Intelligence starts off great. You start learning more, you understand the universe in a much simpler, and it lets you understand others much easier. But one of the side effects of intelligence is the concept of hatred. It can be hatred of food, it can be hatred of movies, it can be hatred of certain mediums, hatred of people, and you don't know why. But it's something that comes with intelligence. You start breaking down aspects of your target of hatred, and you start to find out why you hate them. But it doesn't change the fact that at the first time you get smarter, you start to hate more. And I like that these apes started to feel this way and figured this out near the end of this movie. That we are no longer better than humans. We were never better than humans. In fact, by becoming smarter, we become just as bad and susceptible to evil as humans. When Caesar figures out that apes can betray each other and kill each other out of hatred, it's great. Caesar in this movie is the best part, hands down. Andy Serkis as Caesar, he's the star of this show. He's the star of these movies. It shows. He's great. He stands out. It is almost haunting whenever he's on screen because you feel like this great grand presence. It's like, whoa, you're definitely the leader. You're definitely a king, so to speak. And I love that. It definitely shows that the apes could hold a movie on their own. They don't need a battle against humans. And that's how this movie starts off. First 10, 15 minutes with no humans, just the apes. You talking to each other with sign language. Showing how their culture has grown. They have schools. They have homes. They have wives. They have their wives are giving birth to their children. Like, okay. They have hunting parties to go get food. And I like how they're no longer vegetarian. They actually hunt down other animals. Whether they eat them or not, I don't know. They don't show that. But the fact that they're hunting other animals, again, is strange. Apes have never really hunted down other animals. They've never done that, as far as I know. So, is that another sign of intelligence? This idea of hunting beings lesser than you to show dominance? If that's true, then intelligence really is a hindrance to a lot of people. The smarter you get, the dumber you get, is a pretty accurate way of thinking of it. Because you let yourself fall to this aspect of hatred, dominance, and superiority. And that's not something that is good in being a good person. being a person who can connect with other people. And other than that, it is great. It is great. First 10 15 minutes, fantastic. It could have been a movie on itself. Just the apes surviving in the forest, in the jungle. That would have been great. But the humans, of course, had to come in. The humans, while I can believe their fear, it also seems irrational why they fear the apes and that they can talk. You would think apes would become common knowledge. Of course, probably not, as the last 10 years have passed, have shown that the humans that were focusing on the viruses that led to wars and attacking people for medicine and stuff like that, and just trying to survive. So I guess the apes were the last thing in their minds. Like, remember that incident 10 years ago with the apes? Like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, people are dying. Come on, focus on that. But I'm surprised that 10 years have passed and the humans still need power, electricity. I'm sorry, but I have a strong belief that humans can adapt. Humans find ways to survive without electricity. They should be able to. We're smart. But apparently we still need power because we need a reason for this movie to go on. So they need to go to the dam, which is inside the jungle. The apes don't like humans invading. You know, tensions rise. You know, Caesar's being raised by a human. He's a bit more, you know, understanding. He's like, we will let you work on this dam to get your power, but we'll be watching you. No guns. You better not have any ill intent or we will kill you. We will declare war if we have to. But of course, Koba, Caesar's right-hand man, so to speak, or one of his most trusted advisors, of course, being the one who was tested on humans, hates humans to an enormous extent, also growing from his intelligence. He really hates them. And he hates that Caesar's being so nice to them. And he's the prick of their group. He's the one constantly screwing everyone over. He's the one that causes most of the problems that leads to the war near the end of the movie. But that doesn't put the humans above that. No. The humans have their own prick who actually did start the tension off. And his hatred is irrational. He says it's these apes' fault for getting everyone sick and killing us off. It's like, no, it's not. And it's even brought up like, no, scientists created the virus. They're the ones to blame. Like, no, humans can't be wrong. It's the stupid monkeys. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. He's a prick. So I can see why he died. Thank God. He doesn't play that big of a role, so that's not a spoiler. He dies. You can see it coming a mile away. And of course, Koba's gonna die because he's the one who's being the biggest prick of all. You know, he's the one that steals the guns. He's the one that leads all the people into this war and getting his own brothers killed. And I like how Caesar brings this up in their final fight. Koba is only fighting for Koba. You don't care about your brother. You let your hatred blind you. And it shows when Koba even kills his own brothers with his own bare hands. Koba really just let the hatred get into his head so deeply that it was also kind of dark. When I saw that, I was like, Jesus, Koba, someone stop Koba now, please. And the father-son moments between Caesar and Blue Eyes is actually kind of sweet. And Blue Eyes is still young. He's about teenage years, it would seem. And he's just growing into his own man. And this is as much as Caesar's revelation of we're not as different as humans as we thought, as Blue Eyes' revelation of wisdom, of learning patience and learning understanding both sides of an argument. And I like that. It's not just Caesar's movie, it's the Apes movies. The humans surprisingly don't play that important of role. They're not there. They're just, I guess you can say they are the plot device for the apes to declare war on the rest of the humans that want to kill the apes. So I kind of find that sad because the humans in the first movie weren't very likable, except with a couple of characters. And the humans in the second movie are barely noticeable. Even Gary Oldman, only having about 5 minutes of screen time, does some good work, but he's not given enough time to really last that long, to really feel like he played an important role in the movie. So, the human aspect of this movie is disappointing. It's bland. It's whatever. They're there. And even when they give their backstories, it's just so quick and over with. It's like, should I remember this? Do I care? I guess not. Okay, bye-bye. But clearly, this is the Apes movies. It's all about the apes. The humans don't matter. Probably not until the third movie, because that's when the war will come in. And of course, the CG is great. It's perfect. No trouble. I didn't see anything that was distracting or unrealistic. And I know the detail on their faces, especially the eyes, the wrinkles, is just like, damn, these are definitely apes you should be afraid of, but also respectful of. And the dialogue between the apes is actually very sophisticated and beautiful, almost poetically. The human dialogue, it's whatever, just basic human dialogue. You can just find anyone who says those same exact things. But the apes, it's almost like, I won't say Shakespearean. That's not, of course, not Shakespearean, but it's beautiful. It is poetry how they speak to each other, and I love that. I really, really love that. But other than that, the tension is definitely there. Action is great. The characters, the apes, are fantastic. They're phenomenal. They steal the movie, as it should. It's a movie about the apes, and I actually can't wait for the third movie. But the third movie makes me feel like what's left. It's just war against the humans, so it's gonna be nothing but war. What's left between the apes? What's the internal conflict, if they're gonna have any internal conflict anymore? Maybe it's gonna be, should we give up because to protect our families and brothers, but then they'd be imprisoned for the rest of their life? That could be an internal conflict, as it was in this movie. They don't want to go to war because they know that everything they've worked so hard to build, home, family, brothers, sisters, it will all be destroyed because they want to go to war. The humans, however, I don't know what they have to lose. They're already mostly extinct. So what are they going to lose? It's not like the apes want property. They don't want territory. They don't want political or financial power. So humans really don't have a reason to attack the apes. They're just letting the paranoia and fear get to them. So again, I feel like the next movie, it'll be very difficult to make the humans as interesting as the apes. The apes are the ones you kind of root for and hope to win, which is hilarious when you think, wait, we're the humans. Shit. But again, humans started off as apes, so there shouldn't be much difference in hoping the apes win than having the humans want to win. Apes will probably, now that they have intelligence, it'll only be a matter of time before they start losing hair and start becoming more human-like. So it's kind of like a full circle here. The apes will eventually become humans, and then humans again will create a new intelligent species of animal, and those animals will take over. It's like, when is this gonna end? But other than that, this is a great movie. I loved it. Can't wait for the third one. And let me know what you guys think. Did you like the movie? Are you hoping the third one will be better, or do you think it's gonna be kind of repetitive in its conflicts? Is it just gonna get boring with just nothing but action? More apes with guns. While that wasn't very hilarious in this one, you kind of get the feeling like if they do it too much, it will become hilarious. Like, oh, this is so ridiculous. But is it gonna be one of those cheesy kind of ridiculous, or is it gonna be horrible? Other than that, I love this movie. I actually can't wait for the third. And yeah, that's it. I'm Tony Dragon, and bye.